What happens when the last breath leaves the body? Does the self dissolve into nothingness or pass through hidden gateways far beyond human comprehension? Welcome, soul traveler, to the edge of existence. Today we step into the heart of one of the most profound and mystifying teachings of Tibetan Buddhism, the Bardo Thodol, known in the West as the Tibetan Book of the Dead. But don't be mistaken, this isn't just a spiritual how-to for dying. It's a cosmic map, a sacred compass that guides consciousness through the mysterious terrain that lies just beyond the veil of death. We're about to journey where words falter and spirit begins. The Bardo Thodol is said to originate from the enlightened mind of Padmasambhava, a master of Tantra, a mystic, and the figure who brought Buddhism to Tibet in the 8th century. To Tibetan tradition, he is Guru Rinpoche, the precious master. But Padmasambhava was more than a teacher. He was a yogi who penetrated the deepest layers of reality, one who saw beyond illusion and crafted a guide for both the living and the dead. He saw something most never do, that even in death, perhaps especially in death, there is one final door to liberation. From an early age, Padmasambhava displayed powers and insights far beyond the ordinary. Recognized as a Mahasiddha, a realized master, he was invited to Tibet by King Trisong Detsen to establish Buddhism and unify the land. But this wasn't an easy mission. Tibet was a realm of powerful shamanic forces and deep-rooted Bon traditions. Local spirits, deities, and elemental forces resisted Buddhism's spread. But Padmasambhava didn't destroy these energies. He transformed them. Through tantric rituals and divine magic, he tamed the spirits and integrated the ancient with the new. And from this sacred synthesis came Tibet's first monastery, Sami, and with it a teaching that would bridge worlds. Padmasambhava knew something most fear, that when the body dies, the mind becomes unbound. And in that unbound state, something miraculous can occur. With no physical distractions, the soul has a rare chance to recognize its true nature and be free. But he also knew that most minds at the moment of death are lost, trapped in fear, confusion, or clinging. So he created a guide, a spiritual GPS through the afterlife, a manual to help the dying and the living navigate the unknown and awaken even in the darkest moment. This became the Bardo Thodol, a transmission of compassion, clarity, and cosmic truth. At its core, the Bardo Thodol describes 3 major stages, or bardos, that every soul passes through after death. 1. The Chikai Bardo, the moment of death. In this first phase, as life slips away, the body dissolves and consciousness is released. Here, the soul encounters what is known as the primordial clear light, a luminous radiance of unspeakable brilliance. This light is not a thing, but the very essence of awareness, a state of infinite peace, of non-duality, where everything is one. If the soul can recognize this light, not as something other, but as its own true nature, then liberation is instantaneous. Nirvana, complete freedom. But here's the twist. For most, the light is too intense, too unfamiliar, and so, out of fear or confusion, the soul turns away and descends into the second Bardo. 2. The Chonyid Bardo, the Bardo of visions. Now, consciousness enters a dimension without form or time. Here, the mind begins to project its inner contents outward. Everything repressed, desired, feared, it all emerges, raw and magnified. The soul is greeted by peaceful deities, radiant beings of compassion and wisdom. These are reflections of the soul's higher nature. They invite union, peace, awakening. But if the soul fails to recognize them, they give way to wrathful deities, terrifying, chaotic, monstrous forms. But even these are not enemies. They are expressions of our own shadow, our karma, our deepest fears given shape. As Carl Jung once said, gods and demons are projections of the unconscious, until they are recognized as parts of ourselves. In this bardo, everything is like a dream, yet hyper-real. Without a body, the mind's true essence becomes undeniable. Each vision is a chance to see through illusion, or get pulled deeper into it. Those who have trained their minds in life through meditation, awareness, and detachment may remember that all of this is just mind. Nothing is real in and of itself. Everything is a projection. This is where the teaching of shunyata, emptiness, becomes key. When the soul sees the visions as empty, as fleeting waves in the ocean of consciousness, fear falls away, and enlightenment becomes possible even here. But if the soul still cannot awaken, there is one more Bardo to pass through, to be continued. If this journey resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next step in this sacred exploration. And if you know someone walking a spiritual path, share this video with them. It might be exactly what their soul needs to hear. Drop a comment below and let me know. What spiritual or mystical topic should we dive into next? Until next time, stay awakened, stay curious, and keep exploring the unseen.